Welcome to Sessions from Oblivion. This is Elaphi.
And that was Elaphi playing live in Dublin in the Soundhouse. And I'm chuffed to have Sarah and Grim here with me.
Hello.
You're very, very welcome.
Thank you.
Tell me about Elaphi. How did this all come together?
So, Elaphi, we met in 2021, I imagine. Yeah. And so I wanted to put up a band. And because I was writing music, and it was my first year in BIM Dublin. So first of all, I met Jacopo, the guitar player, because we had friends in common. So as soon as I started the process in BIM, I shared with him some of my new songs, and it was like, I would like to work with you. So that was like the first meeting. And then I met Federico, which is the bass player, online with an app to find musicians, actually.
Okay. What's that app called?
Vamp.
Vamp?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it good? Well, for you, it is.
Was the best match we found.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How does that work? You just register if you're looking for a band, you go, I'm a...
Exactly. It's pretty cool, actually, because you can just select the options, like I'm looking for a bass player, or I'm looking for a cello player, a drummer, and then it gives you like all the people.
Just like a dating app.
Exactly.
You just swipe till you find the right bass player.
Yeah, and it's so funny. It's very fun.
It works.
And you can put also like your videos.
Okay.
So you show people what's your music and what do you like.
It must be really disappointing when you find the right bass player. So that's him or her, and it looks brilliant, and you listen to it, and they're rubbish.
No, so bad.
Sorry, I interrupted you there.
No.
Well, yes, because it's interesting that one Sardinian, you,
Yeah.
2 Italians, and a Swede.
Yes.
Grim.
We knew you were the Swede, Grim. So you sort of put it together.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we started like very naturally. I think we understood what was the energy going between all of us.
Okay.
So we became a band, and we started to work on our music, like very, very focus on that.
Right.
Because we
to
wanted
put together your EP, The Wind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's a great recording, and I had to listen to it before I got your press release, and I wrote dark and broody with thoughtful lyrics. Song 1, Diamond Walls, over 14k streams. Well done. Interesting drum sequence. Clean and new stringy guitars. I don't know why I said clean and new, but I did. Solid bass with particularly good vocal delivery. I thought that was quite good, but then I got your press release, and it's brilliant. Elaphi, their music incorporates moody folk with the subtle enchantment of hushed electronics. Who wrote that?
I did.
It's brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you do all of the sort of the promotion and the biogs and the...
It's like what right now we're trying to share.
Okay.
We split jobs. So
Who does what? What do you do, Grim?
What do I do?
You play basketball.
I play basketball.
drum.
I'm on your team.
I'm just tall, so I play basketball. That's it. No, I play drums, and we all sort of chip in, help. Sarah, you bring a song to the band, and then we sort of chip in, try to put it and arrange it in a way that we really.
So you come
like.
Down with the song on.
I bring the
guitar.
skeleton.
Okay.
There, the bones.
Right.
And then they help me to put the flesh. So.
Right.
That's the process. I
You're
guess.
sort of the driving force.
Yeah, let's call it like that.
Yeah. And how often would you rehearse?
Depends, really. Depends if there's something big coming up or if there isn't. But
And is there?
If we're not, well, we're recording our second EP number 2, which will be out when you're seeing this interview.
Great. Is it more of the same? Has it matured?
Has matured, and has I think because now we are in the pre-production phase.
Okay.
Has more of like aggressive, organic sound.
Yeah. Do you go to the studio and allow things to change, or are you very set? This is the way it's going to be, and that's the way you record it.
Well, studio time is expensive, so we really try to minimize the time that we need to spend in a studio.
Did you ever have an experience where you go in, not necessarily with drums because that'll go down first, but say when it comes to guitars and what sounded brilliant in the rehearsal room isn't cutting it?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about, Brian Eno said famously, you need to use the studio as an instrument.
Yeah.
You know, but you're dead right. It's quite expensive.
I think that kind of comes down to things like they will have things that we wouldn't have when we make the demos ourselves. Like there might be amps, there might be pedals lying around, there might be some percussion instrument lying around, there might be, for example, there's a very quiet piano part in the Diamond Walls that just plays really simple chords that it's not even that, the piano wasn't even that tuned, but it just sounded so perfect that it just added such a perfect layer into the mix.
Tuning's overrated.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so
spoken like a true drummer.
Yeah.
It was a cool moment, actually, that one that you're talking about in the studio, because like I remember we were just at the end of like the recording of Diamond Walls. Yeah. And our bass player Fede was like, something is missing in the outro, and there was a piano in the studio, so it was like he started like to play the chords just like dun dun. It was like just perfect, and it adds something very, very particular in the song that we didn't have in the pre-production. We didn't thought about it.
Yeah, cool. We are going to have more chats with Elaphi later on, but now it is time for our guest. which is actually none other than Kiera Dignam.
I used to watch the girls in high-end shoes. The boys would always ask to dance, while I was plain and dressed in hand-me-downs and never got a second glance. The music, the laughter, the tender good nights, I had them memorized. They all passed me by. I used to pray to God for lifelines to draw away these lonely tears. If only I had back the time, I'd hidden myself away for all those years. But every love story or movie I've seen some shallow swells as the girl finds herself. Love don't mean anything unless it comes for free. Love has no sense of wrong or trace of sanity. If I had everything, I would give anything for a love that was made just for me. I learned to pray and keep my mouth shut and my hands folded on my knees. I learned to live with what I lived without and be thankful for it, please. But what if the circus didn't have a sideshow and all the lovers soul found someone to hold? Love don't mean anything unless it comes for free. Love has no sense of wrong or trace of sanity. If I had everything, I would give anything for a love that was made. When I dream, the world seems so simple, like reaching a hand in a star-filled sky. I know, love don't mean anything unless it comes for free. Love has no sense of wrong or trace of sanity. If I had everything, I would give anything for a love that was made just for me. I used to watch the girls in high-end shoes. The boys would always ask to dance, while I was plain and dressed in hand-me-downs and never got a second glance.
And that was Kiera Dignam and Darren, of course, with Made Just For Me.
Yes,
Lovely tune.
thank you.
What's it like? You know, you have kids with Darren and you live with them, obviously, and you play music with them.
Yeah.
Does it not get to be a little bit too much?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thought so.
Yeah. See, well, the thing is, I've always gigged with Darren. We're
Okay.
together since we were born, essentially. Like, we're
Right.
together 22 years.
No kidding.
And I'm like 17. So you do the maths. But yeah, it's kind of a case of we can be having killings at home over whatever, leaving socks on the floor. And then when you're on the way to a gig, it's like, right, snap out of it. We're in work mode.
Right.
So we do tend to kind of, a lot like the band, we have a 6-piece band. And the band will be saying that, like, God, how come he's never fighting? I'm like, trust me, we're normal. We're a normal couple. We do. But you kind of just learn how to switch it off somehow and get into kind of, right, we have to work. We'll argue later. But generally, when we're having an argument, they're always petty, stupid things, like always his fault. But like that, you can have of course, you can have an argument, say, right, we're working, we're gigging, and then on the way home from the gig, it's forgotten about.
Right. You mentioned to me earlier, you are working on material
Yes.
to be released, but you've signed a distribution deal,
Yes.
Germany?
Yeah, AGR in Germany, yeah.
Okay. I think it was Brian Whitehead. Do you know Brian?
I do.
Brian was telling me, I think it was Brian Sheridan we were talking about, there's a living to be had just on selling records in Germany. It's massive.
Germany is kind of the way it's always been in the music industry for years and years, that you make your money off your records.
Yeah.
Now it's live. You have to gig. If you don't gig now here, it's not worth anything really. Obviously, you do your support to try and get your name out there, but it's still you're not earning anything.
Yeah.
And in order to get your music out there, you have to do those things. You have to kind of earn your crust and work your way up to your headlines.
Right. Speaking of which, will there be gigs in 25?
Absolutely, yeah. As long as people listen to me, I'll gig. So hopefully people keep listening.
I was talking to Brendan Murphy from the four of us on the phone, and I said, "Are you not just sick and tired of singing Mary?" And he said, "I'll sing it while they keep paying me."
Absolutely. And he's right. That's it. If it's like that, sometimes it can be a song that you don't expect might take off.
Yeah.
And if it's a thing that's the song people want to hear, you just have to...
Which was the case with Mary.
Yeah.
It was sort of a joke song. Your second song, What If I Got It Wrong?
What If You Got It Wrong?
What If You Got It Wrong?
Yeah, that was the first album, or that was the first single off the album.
Right.
So it was more of a kind of, I wanted to have an album with a few different genres and a few different sounds. Like, so that was one of me rocky-ish kind of songs. There's another one called Everybody Saw It Coming, which is a really heavy rock song.
Right.
And then I've a couple of little kind of country-ish type of song. I've a ballad, which just for me would be kind of a ballady type of song that, like when I was 13, 14 growing up, it's like the song that you think is written about you kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what a lot of the girls and women at gigs, they kind of pick up on that one. Okay. And with What If You Got It Wrong is kind of it's a kind of about a relationship where it's like you're ready to leave me now, but are you sure you're making the right decision here? So a lot of people can kind of relate to that as well. So
right, great. Yeah. Let's have a listen to it. Kiera Dignam, What If You Got It Wrong?
You say you're not ready yet. A different path is in your head. You'd stay, but that's not good enough. Would only hurt the both of us. What if it's lost? What if it's gone? Is it too late to turn it back on? Maybe you knew more than you said. Oh, I will never know. But oh, what if you got it wrong? Oh, and it's you that you're running from. Oh, I know that I can't stop you now. You're too far gone to turn around. But oh, what if you got it wrong? You wait for a fear that never sleeps. You're breaking a promise you couldn't keep. I could have helped if you'd let me in. The war that you could never win. You're watching the stars, you're watching the skies. You're choosing the moment for saying goodbye. Maybe you knew more than you said. Truth is I will never know. But oh, what if you got it wrong? Oh, and it's you that you're running from. Oh, how would you feel? I know that I can't stop you now. You're too far gone to turn around. But oh, what if you got it wrong? Find what you're looking for, and it's everything you dream. And I'll still be the lonely fool who couldn't see that this was never meant to be. But oh, what if you got it wrong? Oh, and it's you that you're running from. Oh, I know that I can't can't stop you now. You're too far gone to turn around. But oh, what if you got it wrong? Oh, and it's you that you're running from. Oh, how would you feel? I know that I can't stop you now. You're too far gone to turn around. But oh, what if you got it wrong?
Thank you, Kiera.
Thank you.
That was lovely. Tips and Tricks is actually somebody you might know. MPI Anne O'Brien. Do you know Anne?
I do.
Yeah, lovely lady. Okay, Anne O'Brien.
Anne O'Brien, you are very welcome to Tips and Tricks.
Thank you, Andrew. Lovely to be here.
Sessions from Oblivion. Before we start, I'm working with you for years, and I was catching up with Damien Dempsey on his tour this year, and you and the brilliant MPI had run the previous gig, and I asked Damien and the crew, how was yesterday? And he said, oh, Anne O'Brien worked the gig. And in saying that they were just saying, well, obviously there's no problems. And that's not the first time I've heard that. Like, anytime we've worked together, people say, oh, Anne was on the gig. And it's a testament to how much you're liked and how good you are.
I do try.
You certainly do.
When I work a gig, I like to, the way I look at it is everybody is just as important as everybody else, be it the man that brings in the flight cases onto the stage to the lead singer or the artist, and everybody needs to be treated with respect, and everybody needs to be looked after as much as everybody else, because the guys that are there on the crew, they're their first thing and they're the last to leave. So that's the way I run a show. I treat everybody the same. And I will always look after everybody the same. That's the best bit of advice that anybody can get, is you start and you work your way up. Yeah. And you remember that. You remember that you used to sweep the stage and you used to do these jobs, and you treat people that way. And if you have that, your show runs perfectly. Yeah. Because there's no complications then.
So if the first bit of advice is offer respect to all and sundry, what would your second bit of advice be?
My second bit of advice would be kind, be nice. There is no need to be, I don't know whether I can say this, be an asshole. There's no problem that can't be solved with a conversation. You can, yeah. Do you know what I mean? If you walk into a venue and there's an issue, have a conversation with whoever's in charge and fix it.
Yes, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I was thinking about this when we scheduled the Zoom, and I'm working with your boss for forever, and I have never had a harsh word with that man. That's not to say that we haven't had problems. Things have popped up and many let down by venues or whatever it might be, or changing schedules. And there's never been a harsh word because there's just no call for it.
There is no call for it. There's no need to go in and take over and be aggressive about it, or you just go in and you fix it. If there's a problem, fix it.
And what is your final bit of advice?
Learn from experiences.
Okay.
That's the main thing, is learn from experiences. If something goes wrong, don't take it to heart. Something is always going to go wrong. It's Murphy's Law. Yeah. Don't take it to heart. Don't get upset about it. Don't get down about it. Learn from it. And then you will grow, and you will become a better person and better at your job. Learn from the people who have been there for years. There's no such thing. Every day is a learning day. I've been in this business for 20 years and I still learn things as I go along. Yeah. So learn the tricks of the trade. Have respect for people. And nothing is ever unsolvable. Anything can be solved.
Yeah. All great bits of advice. And thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure talking to you, as always.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Anne O'Brien. That was Anne O'Brien from MPI doing the tips and tricks section. Tell me, Sarah, are lyrics important to a song?
They are. The way I write, I think it's more focus on the music.
Right.
I start always like with the guitar, and I think like sometimes I use vocals and words as a second instrument
Okay.
rather than just
Would you come up with the riff first or the words?
the riff.
The riff, okay.
Yeah, all the time.
And that'll inspire the style of lyric.
Yeah, exactly. And
Do you ever change that? Do you ever do that and then Grim gets hold of it and then you decide the lyrics don't suit anymore because the Swede has messed up the beats?
yeah,
Yes.
damn it.
I mean, my favorite example is like the song that will be released that used to be called Gibberish.
Yeah,
Because
we
there
did.
was actually
Speaking of lyrics.
because there was actually no lyrics. There was just like it was almost like scatting for a while, and then eventually and then you got the lyrics down, and it was like all just came together so well. But yeah,
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course they're important, yeah. I like lyrics. Elvis Costello had an argument with Paul McCartney about what do you keep, you know, what do you keep the melody or the lyric, and Paul McCartney was the melody.
Yeah.
But Elvis Costello was such a wordsmith that he thought the words. I tend to go with him. Anyway, listen, thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you.
And we're going to play out with the second song by Elaphi.
Call you on the phone. I'm sure I was here before. Never waited for so long just to know you're unsure. Doesn't matter why. Came to by your side. All the memories we shared were made until time will end. Until time will end. Waiting for the light. You will never mind. Wondering what it's like. There's nothing more outside. I'm fading now into sight. Walking through the hard time. Wondering what it's like. There's nothing more outside. There's nothing more outside than you. I was kept on hold. I'm sure I was here before. Never waited for so long.